I suspect that quite a lot of people who arrive at the ground today do know that this area, it's called Bradford, the area of Manchester, used to be a coal mine. I mean, in fact, over at the other side where the CFA was, that was a dye works. But here on this particular site and all around this area, there were coal mines underneath. The ground had to be prepared before the club could actually build a stadium here. And to a certain extent, it's still being vented from things like methane that come up from the ground. But I wonder how many people walk past this every time they go to the game and never really read it about the history of mines in this area. I think it's all part of the rich tapestry of the history of Manchester City. Now today, and thanks very much to my sponsors, MusicMagpie, Timpson and the RRG Group for helping support these videos. Today it's the visit of Everton. After an international break, I wonder what sort of reaction City will give. They're going to be without Kevin De Bruyne, who has COVID. Possibly be without Phil Foden and Jack Grealish. We'll see when the teams are announced a little bit later on. But I think this is going to be a tough one. Well, as a former player, but more importantly as a former director, you know about the history of this area as a coal mining area, don't you?
Yeah, very much so. We knew there was lots of shafts underneath. In fact, we had to pay quite a bit of money to have the shafts filled in to make sure the stadium development had a strong foundation. The football clubs are important to have a place in the community and have a relate to the community, and doing what we're doing here is a perfect example of that.
There's a certain irony that Pep's team is all about hard work, about teamwork, which is what the miners used to do. They used to rely on each other. That's what this team does, isn't it?
Yeah, without question. You see, they've got so many individuals, but what they do, they have multi-million pound players, but not frightened of doing the hard work, what I call the hard yards, you know, tracking back, working hard, keeping together as a team, but also bringing on the individual qualities, which is what you need in your team. You want individual qualities, showing the skill, working in a team unit.
Got to win today, haven't we?
The next 3 games, to be perfect, I'm a bit anxious with Kevin De Bruyne being out. We've got this game today, we've got PSG Wednesday, then West Ham next Sunday. So the next 3 games are quite important, and Kevin De Bruyne's going to miss them all. So I am a bit anxious.
Thank you.
Can I borrow that, please?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Busy day for you today, is it?
Yes, yeah, late. I was supposed to be here an hour ago. So.
It's a big game for both clubs, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think City have been playing great. Obviously the international break stops things, and for Everton they need a result.
What's your instincts say today? City win?
2-0, I think, City today.
It's a big game this today. I mean, Richard Dunst has told me 2-0 win for City. Are you as confident?
Yeah, well, 2-0. We need an early goal though. I want to settle the nerves a bit. Because, to be honest, I just want to see some goals, but not. I don't want to go over the top, because if we, not bottle it, but if we turn, if the pressure's on, then sometimes City turn to, give the ball away and stuff like that. So, I just hope we win today. 3 points is what matters, to be honest.
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll get a win, 2-1, 3-1. Yeah, keep us in touch with Chelsea, keep things going at the top, and keep us in touch at the top. That's all we need. Keep going throughout the season, and we don't have to be trailblazing at the top. Come strong at the end of the season as well. Should be okay.
This is Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, and Chelsea and Liverpool have both played.
Yeah.
Is that a disadvantage to be playing catch-up all the time?
I don't think so. I think Pep and the team, I think they're steady, they don't need to worry about that. We just worry about ourselves and just keep going, we should be fine. Yeah, no problem at all.
And having drawn at Anfield, won at Chelsea, beat United at Old Trafford, you'd have to say that all the momentum's with City, wouldn't you?
Certainly, you've got to consider that as being momentum. I don't see him having any problem with Everton today, albeit that we've got a few injuries. Everton are similar as well, so I think we'll be okay. I mean, what happened this morning with Ollie? I feel sorry for the guy. I think I like Ollie, actually, even though I've been a City fan for 72 years. I've been coming now, watching City. You know my lad anyway, Dave Macon, don't you?
Dave Macon.
Yeah.
Dave Macon was a very important part of the history of this football club.
Well, I know it was.
Without him, he might not be here, him and John Wardle.
He's my eldest son, Dave. So yeah, he'll be here today, no doubt.
You'll know all about the history then of this site, won't you? Because it used to be, at the beginning of the day today, I went and looked at the memorial or the remembrance really, of this being a mining area. I mean, this has been some workload to get this stadium where it is, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think the planning of it all and the effort that's gone in is magnificent. They've totally transformed the area, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know, and they put this. They bought into this stadium, but they put that training facility in, which is second to none. You know, and you know we are. Without doubt, a top club to be able to do that. You know, it's nice that we've been able to do it, and with the support of the Sheikh Mansour. Just brilliant the way they've gone about everything.
Whilst you might want to give all the credit to him, and he deserves it, and the current owners, we'll never forget the contribution that your son David and John Wardle made, because the club were at a very low ebb when they kept it going.
And not a lot of people realise that. You know, Dave and John Wardle together really kept us going.
Trust me, they'll always be heroes of
We
mine.
could have totally disappeared without their efforts. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. I'm really chuffed that he's done all that. You know, because he's been a City fan from being like knee high. You know, I insisted on that. But yeah, he loves City, and you know, I'm sure that he'd do it again if he had to.
I'm certain he would as well.
Yeah.
You're quite right, Ian. The place that John and David took in this club, I know a few people have written books and a few people have said this, that and the other. The full credit of what they did for this football club really needs to be made public, and they saved this club. There is no, and you know that, but a lot of people seem to look at a few things and gloss over it. The part they played in this club kept it going to allow taxing and, you know, the Sheikh to take over and bring us to where we are now.
I'm looking forward to a victory hopefully against Everton.
Absolutely, I'm sure it will. Cheers, Ian.
I never know who I'm going to bump into. David Makin's father, Martin, and of course the business partner John Wardle, who have such a rich history with City. Now, I just wanted to point out behind me there, they've opened some new turnstiles for today's game to try to alleviate the congestion, which is great by the club, and I know City Matters, which is the group which City fans get voted on to represent them, have campaigned for this, which is a great success for them. So, well done to City Matters, and well done to the club for doing this.
I think it'll be a tough one, Cheesy, but I think we'll win in the end. I think it'll be a late one. 2-0, I think. Sterling and Foden. We'll score both the goals in the second half. It'll be a late one to get into. But if it goes against my luck and they score first, then I still think we'll win 2-1 at least.
Quite a statement to put Cole Palmer in then from the start.
Yeah. I think he's more of an attacking player, see, because with Jack out, I've been saying this whole time, I think we should play Jack in midfield, because with the Foden playing really well on the wing, and Jack not doing so great, because he performed quite well at Villa. But yeah, no, I think we should play him in the middle. But with competition like KDB, it's like really hard. If he gets into the game and plays well, I think Palmer will do great. Even a goal, if that, I think it would be amazing.
So what are you thinking today then, Nick?
Obviously going to be a tough game. You know, they've got quite an attacking presence, Everton. Benitez in recent times when he's been Newcastle manager has been pretty defensive against City, so it'll be interesting to see how they approach the game tactically. Would imagine they'll sit in and, you know, try and catch City on the counter. But yeah, it's a game that I fully expect City to win.
I've just spoken to, believe it or not, David Makin's dad, you know how important debut making was to this football club, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. He was sort of an unsung hero, really, because no one really knew who we were. But you know, in the years gone by, it was very important to the football club and where it is now.
It wouldn't be here without him, would it? Him and
John Wardle, yeah. They were really low-key guys, really nice guys, City through and through, and certainly got a lot to be thankful to them for.
You brought your son to the game today, haven't you?
Yeah, it's the first time he's been to the Etihad, so he's looking forward to it, and he's looking forward to seeing the 2 goalies, Pickford and Edison, today. So hopefully Edison comes out on top of that one.
He's a mini me. He looks like you. Is he going to be a keeper?
Yeah, he plays in goal now, so yeah, we'll have to see in a few years. But yeah, he's only 9, but he's doing all right.
You're going to play for City?
Don't know.
You don't know? Oh, hey, you've got to convince him to do that.
Yeah, well, he's enjoying it anyway. That's the main thing.
I'm excited for another good win, I think.
Yeah.
I'll sell for 3-0.
Is this your seat down here all the time?
Yeah, just there, yeah. Get a great view of them warming up.
You get a good view of their ankles, don't you?
Yeah.
The wife still wants to come so she can watch the boys warming up.
Yeah, she's got a thing about Grealish's thighs, hasn't she?
I'll walk her. She's not fussy really. Man, you.
Wow, what a first half. I mean, it had everything in terms of, well, it didn't have too much of the build-up in terms of City, but the other departments of the field, in terms of breaking down the block of what Everton have, City was superb at. Sterling really looked really good first half in terms of how he's running and getting across the fullback. Foden does what Foden does, beats players, gets to the byline, inside runs. Cole Palmer looking really good up the middle, leading the line. A lot of responsibility, but he has that intelligence to know when to come deep, when to stretch the team. Everton have defended really well, but Cancelo's pass to De Bruyne, it was some goal, because that pass from Cancelo on the outside of his foot, Sterling stays on the side, makes a flat run, and it's right on the half volley. It just encourages him to have a shot. And again, Pickford could do nothing about it. Absolutely beautiful goal. The transition, what City's done when they're out of possession, to win it back so quickly, has been another key part of the game. It's been really beautiful to see. We saw what City done at Man United, dominated the game, dominated possession, managed the game. What's seen another side of City, the transition. When City have lost the ball, they've been able to go back and win it so quickly. It's just been a real joy to see this element and this style or this part of City's game as well. It's really beautiful. And that's only one half. Come on, City.
In control from start to finish. Large parts, it was just like an exhibition match. I thought Bernardo was just incredible. What a goal from Rodri. Sets us up for Wednesday night. Hopefully Diaz has had a great rest, but a great team display as usual. Well done, City. Just incredible, just a great team performance all round.
Phenomenal. I think Rodri, I was right about Sterling in the prediction, I was wrong about the 2-0. But it was quite late. I'm glad we got the goal in the first half. Otherwise, it would have gone down to the wire, I think. But we played them round the park. Rodri, phenomenal. Sterling, great game. I think if we play him more, you see, he needs a striker. He needs a striker like we had when we had Serge. He was playing amazing. But if he plays like that every week, I'll be happy with him. But phenomenal. What else can you say, really? 3-0.
Nice that the crowd sang for Sergio as well.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Everyone standing up, great. I feel horrible for him, honestly. it's such an arse to end your career like that, or what seems like he's going to end his career. But we love him. Once the blue, always the blue. So.
Yeah, very excited, Ian, to be back here first and foremost for a home game. Not many of them this season, or so it's not felt. But yeah, good 3-0 win. Very good performance from the boys. Pretty professional, really. Everton weren't much, but we were just brilliant. Wasn't Vincent City, don't get me wrong, we didn't move the ball as quick as we normally would move the ball, but still a good performance, clinical, 3 goals, and we'll take that into the next game now. Obviously PSG Wednesday night, get the win in that one and through in the Champions League. But yeah, very happy to be back. Good win, 3 points on the board, and another 3 points towards the title, isn't it?
I thought that was amazing. I thought Rodri's goal, perfect. The pass from Cancelo, and I think you're a legend. That's what I think, Ian. So I'd like to shake your hand, and I'd like you to more introduce this guy.
What's his name?
What's your name?
Henry Peter John Howard.
Henry Peter John Howard.
Wow, you're going to be a superstar then, are you, in the future?
Who are you going to play for when you're older? He is.
What did you think of that goal today? Well, actually, there were 2 great goals.
Two great goals. Rodri's goal. That was some goal, wasn't it? Hey?
How did you react to that one?
Just sheer disbelief. Well, not disbelief, because you know what? He's been amazing all season. I think he's been probably our best player all season. Him and Bernardo, I think they've been our best players.
Yeah.
So, not surprised at all, really. I think he's adapted, and he's become... It's almost like we don't need Fernandinho anymore. And that's an harsh thing to say, but we don't. I think he's irreplaceable in the team. So, good times ahead. We just need to now find someone to come behind Rodri to replace Fernandinho.
Hey, Rodri's got a few years, yeah.
Well, he has, but he needs a rest, doesn't he, from time to time?
Maybe.
So we need... I don't know. You could give him a rest this season with Fernandinho, but over the next few seasons, they need to find someone coming behind him, because he's been sensational to me this season. And I think Bernardo Silva has just... How did we even think about selling him in the summer?
Amazing player, isn't he?
He is the best player we've got at this moment in time for me. He's everywhere. So I don't know.
I thought we did well. I knew we was going to win because we normally do against Everton. Everton didn't really have a look in. It was just City. From here on, I think we'll win the league again.
You brought your daughter with you. She was a bit shy.
A little.
What did you think of it?
Very good. We dominated the game, had all possession most of the time. So yeah, it was good.
How did you react when Rodri scored? Because everybody in the ground jumped up, didn't they?
Wonder goal, wonder. All the Everton fans silent, not a pin dropping in their section. It was great.
What did you think of that then?
It was second gear, really, wasn't it? You know, it's a bit frustrating the first 40 minutes, but once they got the goal, they've got to open up. And I thought it would have been more. Actually, I thought the second half we could have had a good couple there. Sterling missed that sitter and a couple of near misses. So yeah, no, it was great. It was nice to see a couple of the young lads coming on as well, especially I brought my kids as well, who all play football. So tonight, basically, to say, you know, that lad's 5 years older than you, so pull your finger out.
And you find time to get here. You never stop, really, do you?
I don't find time to get here, if I'm honest. This is the first game that I've been to, other than Chelsea away, just because I was in London that weekend. So no, I've not been. I've deferred my season ticket, in fact, because of the tour. So my brother and my dad and that still come. So I managed to nab it today because they're all at a wedding.
Good goal by Rodri on it. Did you jump up?
Yeah, we were right up there. Yeah, that was like a. In fact, my lad said, he said, "Oh, that was like a FIFA goal," which I think is a compliment.
I think it seems appropriate to say many thanks to everybody, including the celebrities like Jason Manford and Sean Goulter and all the people that I bump into, and all the fans that say nice things, that retweet, that share and watch the vlogs that I do. Really, really appreciate them. Of course, big thanks to RRG Group, MusicMagpie and Timpson for supporting the work that I do. And don't forget that I do a podcast every week. This week's podcast, recorded on the same day as the Everton game, has Neda Manua as my special guest. I think think that was Alex Williams going past in the background as well as he went, as he's been watching the game. The great Alex Williams. So thanks very much for all your contributions. It's a bit of a canter against Everton. I suppose it was a sweet victory against the Toffees. Is that what we say today? It's great being a Blue, isn't it? See you next time.